Well then, hey guys, and welcome back to Assassin's Creed Syndicate. I fucked up big time. While I was recording, I was trying to delete all the images from Bandicam because it makes it easier to find the video files. Because video files and screenshots both have thumbnails, just the difference is video files have that film marker around them. And I accidentally deleted what I recorded instead of what I'd screenshotted. So, a whole sequence has just been skipped in the LP. As I said, I already know this LP is going to be the worst one I did, and I don't plan to replay the game either. It's just too much work. I really want to get back into other games. I want to finish this game, so hopefully you guys can understand that the best I can do is explain to you what happened in that sequence, and I will do my best from now on to not do that mistake all over again. Honest, though, I am really, really angry at myself right now. I shouldn't have even tried doing that. I should have just deleted them manually, because once you delete things from Bandicam, you can't get them back, unlike deleting stuff from a folder, in which case you can Control-Z. But basically what you missed was the end of Sequence 6, which is the boss hunt. Jacob goes to the Bank of England because this guy called Twopenny, or Plutus in this case, his code name, is going to go rob it. And it's pretty simple. Freddie Aberline explains to you what you can do. You can, you can kidnap this guy to tell him, for him to tell you where Twopenny's going to be, and it turns out he's inspecting all these paintings in the vault. You can kidnap this guy so he lets you into the vault, and you have to kill this Vault Watcher, because if the Vault Watcher notices anything odd, then he will close the vault. So I ended up getting in. It was very hard getting in as well, because I'm not going to go into detail of why, but yeah, it's very hard getting in because of all these people around, and the place you have to get to do the unique kill is beyond those people, and I don't know an easy way to get in there. There was a secret passage. I ended up finding that after I killed Twopenny, but it still counts because I still found it. So yeah, that was that mission. Jacob then has a smug smile while he's in the back of a carriage, and the sequence ends. Yeah, the sequence ends. Sorry, I had to pause the video because my mum was talking pretty loudly. And then it goes to, if I remember right, it goes to a bit of Starrick. I don't really remember what they're talking about, though. So I'm just going to skip over that. I think it was something important, though. I think he was really angry at Jacob. But besides that, I don't really remember. Sequence 7, it's not really that big, though it is, honestly, it has one of my favorite scenes in it. Basically, what Sequence 7 is all about is Evie is teaming up with Henry to find this thing in Thorne's book. I think they're trying to find where the key goes to find the shroud. And I have my suspicions that Henry is only helping them because he's actually a Templar spy. It's just a small suspicion, but I feel like Henry's getting way too close to Evie, and Evie is the one trying to find the shroud, not Jacob. So I feel like at some point they're going to find the shroud, Henry's going to take it to Starrick, and yeah, it's just a suspicion. I'm a little worried about it, but yeah. Evie's side of the mission, I don't really remember the first mission, but the second mission, if I remember right, was she teamed up with Henry. Or maybe it was the first one that did that, I don't really know. But they teamed up, she tried finding these paper things. Henry ends up getting kidnapped, you save Henry. They get into a little bit of a fight, Henry saying, well, sorry if it ruined your plans or whatever, and it's like, oh, even if you get into the whatever, you won't be able to get through Buckingham Palace or whatever it is, or by yourself. It's like, I won't be alone! And she ends up walking off while he's all injured. And then I don't really remember what else happened with Evie. Maybe something else happened, I just don't remember. I forget. But then Jacob, he has this letter, and it's signed from someone called B. And he goes to this place where he meets up with the Prime Minister, sort of. He spies on him. Mr. Dressele or something? I forget. But he's trying to work out who wants to kill him, and he follows this guy who's tailing the Prime Minister. That guy ends up getting killed when Jacob confronts him, and he actually says his name's Henry, not B. And Jacob ends up finding the sniper, questioning the sniper by torturing her, literally trying to throw her off a roof, which scares the hell out of her. It's like one of my favorite lines. She's like, no, he'll kill me. It's like, Jacob goes, yeah, but if you drop him here, it'll be a 3-story drop. All your bones will be destroyed and you'll be forced to work in a workshop. Difference is, you can run from him. I love it. She ends up telling him something about tomorrow they'll be attacking Parliament on their way. And that, no, they'll be attacking something on their way to Parliament. And so, the next day, or whatever it is, Jacob ends up coming to the Prime Minister, sneaking into his carriage, and protects him from the attack. And after protected, the Prime Minister ends up leaving for a while, and the Prime Minister's wife asks, he ends up asking the Prime Minister's wife, about the person who would have done this, and it turns out the sniper girl had given him a list of details of what the person looked like, and he asks the old woman, the wife, and she says, I'll tell you if you take me to this district, like one of the poor districts, because she wants to see what it's like. And so the next day, the next mission, it's you having to escort her through this dangerous area. So I ended up just killing all the thugs beforehand, but if you get too far away from the girl, you desynchronize. But this is my favorite scene. You get her to a pub, and this blighter, one of the gang members in red, if you forgot what a blighter is, he's behind us. He walks forward. It says "nice pup" because she has a bag with a puppy in it, and then takes the puppy and just runs off. Like, it's like, "Nice pup," boom, and you have to chase after him. You get the pup back, and he's like, "Well, time to get you back to my mistress. I'm your mistress, who I just left unattended in one of the most dangerous pubs in London." Ends up running off, but when he gets back to the old woman, she has 4 blighters around her, and she's talking to them and making them cry. And it turns out she's got a sub-story saying how there's this big buff blighter, and she's like, "Well, if your father never knew you were sad, how was he meant to know?" And he's just all crying, and he hands him a sweetie, like a sweetie, like a chocolate or whatever, like a piece of candy. Gets her dog back, and then ends up leaving with Jacob. I love that scene so much. Oh, I really wish I hadn't deleted my recordings accidentally. That would have been so great for you guys to see. And then she ends up giving you details, or a list, a person's name under those details you'd given her. And so the next mission is actually you go in the House of Parliament trying to kill that guy. One of the hardest missions, may I add, because there are 3 things you could do. One, there's this guy who won't attack you, even if he sees you, but you have to steal something off him, and it's basically a code to get into the guy who you're about to assassinate's room. It's like Balacrav or something, which is what B stands for, I believe. And then there's a police officer who, if you kidnap, you can get through the main entrance because the guards move away from him, and so they won't get into your field, where they'll notice something. But to get to him, I had to get into the specific crowd, and then smoke bomb, run to him, kidnap him. But getting to that crowd is so hard because once one cop sees you, they start walking over immediately, and it just makes it so hard to get to him. So you got to make sure you get to that. You got to make sure you get to that crowd without being seen, and it's so hard. Once you're inside, it's pretty easy from there. There was this guy you have to talk to, and he leads you over to the door where your target is. But the problem is, if you do anything odd, like if you get noticed by anyone, he starts cowering in fear, and he never gets out of that state, so you have to restart the checkpoint. It's so annoying. But once you get out of that area, you end up going through all these hallways and stuff like that. It's pretty easy if you know what you're doing. Then you get up to your target, you say the password, the guy opens it, you kill that guy. Your target is just leaning over this desk, you kill him, and he starts, and you start asking what does Balacrav mean, or whatever the name was. And he ends up just talking about gibberish, shit like that, and ends up dying, and Jacob's like, "What a prick." Literally, he says those words, "What a prick." It's amazing. But yeah, that was the end of Sequence 7. You then get out, and the next scene is of the real world with Rebecca and Sean. And Rebecca's asleep, but Sean's talking through the video cam. And then the video cam says movement is detected, and it turns out there's this girl there who surprises Sean, but she turns out to be an assassin. I find her a bit suspicious, but there's nothing to really prove she's suspicious besides how she was acting. And she ends up, Sean ends up saying how if she can guard the place, he will go and die, quote unquote, but he means sleep. And so yeah, that's where the video ended. And then we're on to Sequence 8. So yeah, that was basically all of Sequence 7 in a nutshell. I'm sorry again that the recordings got muddled up. Yeah, I could repeat the missions, but it would be very annoying for me. Like, I know that's stupid, but me playing these games and recording them, it's just a hobby. If it was like a job or something, I would definitely replay them, because, well, I'd have to if I wanted to make these actually enjoyable. But it's just a hobby, and I don't want to go out of my time and make everything rough for me. But, yeah, the start of Sequence 8, there was a cutscene, and it's basically the leader of the Blighters, I forget what his name is, he's invited Jacob out somewhere. And Evie's just like, no, you're not going to go, right? It's like, of course not, why would I? And that's where the cutscene ended. And that's where we are now. The next part you're going to see, you won't recognize the person. And that's because right over there, you can see this little glitch in the world. That's called the Darkest Hour, the World War I simulation. And when you go into there, you go into, I believe it's Jacob's granddaughter, called Lydia Frye. And basically, she's an assassin in 1916. And she's working for Winston Churchill. Now, you won't see the first mission of that, because that was part of the recording that got deleted. But you will see the moments after the first mission, like really right after it, as I'm heading for the second mission. Basically what happened in the first mission was Lydia was in this house, and you, after inspecting the house and killing these 3 people, by the way, the world is more in the future, so there's these generators powering everything, and by turning off those generators, you can make people go towards those generators, and thus using it as like a lure. But she ends up getting interrupted by Winston Churchill. Turns out he's on her side. She then ends up going around stealing from these people all these informations about radio things, which leads her to this area with a radio, which Winston Churchill then lives in after the mission. He ends up staying there. But before the mission ends, there's these planes that end up interrupting, and you have to use this big weapon to shoot at them, and that's where the mission ends, and that's where we will be continuing from. So otherwise, I am going to continue with Sequence 8, but you guys will be continuing on with the World War I simulation. So I'm sorry again that it got ruined. I am definitely at fault here, and I'm going to make sure it doesn't happen again. As long as the end of the game doesn't get ruined, I don't mind. But I don't want anything else to get ruined now. Sequence 7, I do admit it was great, but I don't think anything big, like surprising, happened. It was just going off the targets and a little bit of fun with the Prime Minister's wife. But yeah, hopefully you guys can forgive me, but otherwise, I've had enough talking. I will see you guys later. Is he in here? Oh, sorry he is.
I hope you like my new office, Miss Frye. As you can see, my informants have found some promising leads. Evidence of spy activity has surfaced around the field hospital, St. Catherine's Docks, and the Tower of London. I needn't remind you how crucial it is that we put a stop to these infiltrators.
Okay. Okay. Interesting. Spy Hunt, the Apothecary Twins, Hoptons, 17 Walpole Lane. Ha! Walpole! Oh, that's the name of the assassin that Edward Kenway stole. Something Walpole. Forgot though. Alright, I guess I'll go to these missions individually. I'm gonna jump cut though, just to save you guys time. Oh my god, can I operate a World War I tank? Oh, that'd be so cool. I don't think I can, though. It's not prototype. The Apothecary Twins. The Apothecary Twins are targeting triage centers, dealing with the overflow of wounded soldiers from nearby hospitals, using the chaos of the war as cover for their bizarre experiments.
We believe one of the spies is posing as a nurse in the nearby facilities. She has been taking blood samples into odd-looking cubes and delivering them to an unknown accomplice.
Oh.
Perhaps you will be able to spot them during one of these illicit rendezvous. Good luck.
Cubes, hey? Look at the nurse, look at the accomplice, drop the nurse's body into the morgue. Cubes, like Assassin's Creed 4? That's interesting. Kill the nurse, kill the accomplice. Which one's which? I guess this is the nurse.
If I didn't know better, I'd say she was hiding.
So where is the morgue?
I've never paid for anything before in my life.
Guess the morgue's all the way over there since it's directing me there. Oh, hi. There you go. There's the accomplice. Escape the area. I don't want to, though. I want to drop her in the morgue. I love the logic in this game. I can't step over a bush while holding a body. What was that sound?
I found a body here.
Intruder! Get her!
Yeah, an intruder, alright.
Surrender!
There we go. I'm a nice person. I dropped her in the morgue so no one else had to. There we go. You are leaving a spy hunt area. Yes, I am. Ah, goddammit. Just jump backwards and... Okay, that's stupid. I hate it when the game does that. She could obviously jump backwards and she doesn't. It's like, oh, you have a rope launcher, use that. No, I want to jump backwards. Roll erect. Wall erect. Wall eject, or whatever you're going to call it. Wall erect. There we go. Winston Churchill. Ooh, he's got an upgrade thing as well. Oh boy. Hey, Juno.
I once loathed the very sight of your kind, in the same way you recoil in the presence of an arachnid. Humans were created by we who came before, the Isu. We crafted you in our image, but deprived you of our true gifts. You were bred for hard labor, and in extreme cases, war. We built great observatories to monitor you, devices to control you. We blessed you with resilience, but cursed you with ambition. And so you rebelled against us. I suppose we are to blame for the state of your species. Is it any wonder so many of these simulations revolve around violence?
Goodbye. Oh, that's a large chunk gone. Spy hunt completed. Alright. Now for Hopton's. Plant false information. Oh, this one didn't start off like a mission kind of thing. How do I plant false information? Alright.
The leader of the Rooks is in the vicinity!
Wait, what? The Rooks is still alive? Surely they kind of just reused that line for the sake of it.
I never set eyes on that damn woman again.
Very peculiar.
We've lost her. That's your boss. We'll never catch her now.
Let's look together.
Eyes, ears,
Come on, just lean against it.
This is not normal. This is all very peculiar.
Whatever happens, I'll stand my ground.
Hi there. How are you? Okay, you're going now. I need to find this false information. Where do I get it? Like, surely I get it from somewhere. Otherwise it wouldn't be a full sync thing. Oh, maybe that's it. Plant false information. So I thought I had to plant it on one of the people I was stealing from.
Just nip off.
A knife to your throat will straighten you out.
Never in my life have I been treated.
There I go. Boomba! Oh boy, here we go again. Hey, Juno.
As our people clashed, we became distracted from an impending doom. A coronal mass ejection from our angry sun. The greatest minds of our time assembled to prevent the coming disaster. Among them, forthright Minerva, proud Jupiter, beloved Aita. We spent years locked away in the Grand Temple, attempting to find salvation. The others could only think of physical solutions. Yet I believed the only way to save us was to transform us. Inspired by the research of the great scientist Consus, I attempted to place Aita's mind into a stronger synthetic body. I failed, and my beloved died in my arms. The others shunned me.
Wow. Backstory into Juno. It's actually interesting. Okay, let's go for this one. Okay, so steal documents and free allies. Guessing there's the allies. Oh, hi.
Suck the life out of here.
Did they kill them? That's mean. Alright, yeah. I guess I'll just leave the area and then come back. God damn, they killed them. Seriously, just get up there. God damn it. There we go.
How'd you get up there? Gotcha! Get her! Get her!
I'll smash your face in.
I didn't mean to do this, but that actually works out.
Need some muscle, Miss Frye.
There you go.
She's an intruder.
Yes, yes I am. What brought that to your attention?
What a waste of time. Don't just attack her one at a time.
Get her from behind. Suck the life out of here.
You can do better than that. You'll be singing a different tune once I'm through with you.
Wait, I thought I freed 2 of my allies. Or maybe it's 2 bunches. Is there? Oh, yeah, there is. Right over there.
Stop her. Shot it. Let's go.
Come then!
How dare you?
Boom, boom. Damn it.
I come over
Oh.
there, I'll introduce you to my baton!
Hello. If this is a horror movie, someone would say that happened and be too afraid to go in. But these guys, no problem. Is that guy seriously protecting him? Well, guarding them, technically, all by himself? That's heroic. Too bad he's gonna die because of it.
Nobody gives a tinker's ear.
Hey,
That is a doornail. Nice to see you again. Good riddance. You ain't nearly lost a human.
I just realized that. Can I even let the other people out? I don't think I let them out. I didn't realize the door was locked. Should have expected that, but I didn't. Yeah, they can't get out. Here you go.
trouble?
And there we go. Now to leave the area. Woohoo! So that's the third one done. We only have 2 more to go. Well, I mean, once we leave the area, we do. These are going by pretty fast. They're basically the same thing as clearing districts, which I had to do ages ago for Syndicate. When I say ages, I mean like maybe 20 episodes ago. Boomba. That's a huge amount. My question, though, is... what about this? Income. Oh, it's an income thing. Okay, that doesn't really mean anything for me. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go get this viewpoint quickly. What the hell are these light things? Like, I think that's a viewpoint. No. Is it a viewpoint? Yeah, it is. Whoa, there's another viewpoint. But what's that? Is that a helix cliff? I think it is. Helix cliff. Or cliff, clicks, thing, glitch. I knew what I was thinking. It might be called a glyph, I don't really know. Fast travel location unlocked. Yeah, it's a helix glitch.